And 34 laps into this race, these pit crews are going to get a look at a set of tires off these race cars with pretty much a full fuel run on them.
That should help to see what the car is doing and how it's acting. You can look at those tires and read it. Doc, they're coming to you.
55 miles an hour. They reminded Kyle Busch his pit road is also worn out as the racetrack is going to be slippery. He stops okay. They're going to put 4 tires on. Going to top it off with Sunoco fuel and make an air pressure change. Dave.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has a Sprint Cup pit crew. He says, I don't need anything I'm loose and tight, but I do need Sunoco fuel, and I will take 4 Goodyear tires. Shannon?
Kevin Harvick, bottom left, said it would take 15 laps to figure out how the car is. So far, it's good. No changes, 4 tires. Mike?
Ryan Newman complaining his car's just a little bit tight. They're going to take 4 tires as well. They're going to go down a round and a half on the track bar. Going to try to free that car up a little bit. They're away. A very clean stop for the 1.
Our Nationwide Insurance race off pit road. Wow. 7 spots, 4 tires for Keselowski. Now, remember what Rick Yeomans, our over-the-wall reporter, told us? These pit stops might take a little longer because of the longer studs on the car. Let's watch.
All right, the G&K Services Chevy and Mike Wallace is terrible right now. Very loose with somebody pushing. On this left side, I'm going to put a full spring rubber in. There we go. Full rubber in the left rear and 4 rounds down on the left rear.
Pretty big adjustment.
Way to go, Rick. Caution out for the 2nd time tonight at Daytona. Pace car is off at Daytona as the Subway Jalapeno 250 gets back underway with Kyle Busch getting the jump on Brad Keselowski. A little push from Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Brad didn't quite get up to speed, and he got a shot from Paul Menard trying to get him going. "37 cars on the lead lap. Danny Eflin was the lucky dog, a free pass recipient on that caution. He's back around in the mix. From the leader's car, Kyle Busch.
If I had a different restrictor plate, I'd be kicking these guys. Oh, believe me, they know it.
Obviously, that a discussion on the various horsepower comparisons of different makes of cars in Kyle's mind. And
that's what I'm referring to. Some of these other engines, the older style engines, can run just a slightly larger tapered spacer. They've done that in order to equal the horsepower advantage from some of the newer design engines. Kyle making the statement there that maybe it went too far.
It's hard to say that whenever your cars are running 1st and 3rd with Toyota. Now that joke.
It's hard to get anybody to listen to you. Anyway.
Yeah, you can say it all you want, right?
So Brad Keselowski went from being on the outside of the front row for the double file restart to getting shuffled back single file Lone Ranger on the outside. A little 3-wide action for a minute in that 2nd group. Trevor Bayne, 99. Ryan Newman, 1. Stenhouse in the 6. Steve Wallace in the 66.
Yeah, Trevor Bayne doing a nice job making his way back up through the pack, up into the 13th, 14th spot, depending on which part of the track they're on.
Yeah, they need to try to close the gap here. They need to try to get in line and catch that lead group. They're losing just a little bit of ground to them.
That lead group will take care of itself here in a minute whenever they decide that they don't want Kyle Busch to lead anymore and they get side by side.
There goes Keselowski falling back in line all the way back in 10th spot. Meantime, you mentioned Trevor Bayne, biggest mover in the race so far.
Yeah, he actually missed the driver's meeting and had to start in the rear, so that put him back there. He had a reasonable qualifying effort, but Andy, they were excited about their car.
Yeah, I talked to Jerry Baxter, the crew chief. They were excited about this car and how it's run, how they were excited about qualifying, and it ran well there. See, now they've lined up together, the one car, Ryan Newman and Trevor Bayne, try to catch that group ahead. Shannon?
Guys, can you say momentum? Trevor Bayne absolutely has that on his side right now. He's coming off his career best finish last week of 5th. He's moved up 3 spots in the points in the last 5 races to 10th in the standings. But guys, he really considers this his debut at Daytona, despite the fact that it's his 2nd start. He only had 6 laps in February. They're really looking for a good run for Trevor Bayne. Made a small adjustment on that last pit stop, but he's doing a great job out there.
And it's crazy up front right now. Look at these guys.
I told you they'd take care of this.
Yeah.
Side-by-side racing here. Teammates.
Yep. The Joe Gibbs Racing dynamic duo, Kyle Busch, Logano.
And now you see Trevor Bayne and Ryan Newman have caught this group, because like we said.
That's what Carl Edwards was telling me. You could see these cars moving around. And I was asking him about bump draft, and he said because the cars move around so much, he said he needed like a honing device to get in onto the back bumper to bump draft somebody because of so much movement.
Right there, look at that. Logano just getting sideways again. And this is on the straightaway.
Yeah, don't think these guys don't know exactly what they're doing in these things by doing that.
Oh, that's right.
They'll be using these moves come at the last 10 laps.
Before.
Yes.
It's funny, I was talking to Mike Wallace this morning, and he said, you know what's the most puzzling thing about these Daytona and Talladega races? Why we always wreck on the straightaway. Whoa, who's that getting cut out of the
I
herd?
think it's Carl Edwards saying, I've had enough, guys. Y'all can go. I'll get back here and ride a little while. That's okay. Carl's going below the line. That's okay to get out of the way. He's not advancing his position. That's the key thing there.
Yeah, if you're going backwards, that's okay.
Yeah. They don't penalize you for that.
Now the question is, what exactly is going on there? Look at the cars going by that 60.
That looks like something's wrong with that race car.
Boyer goes to the lead. Logano's sliding back a little bit, too.
Yeah, Logano could only hold his breath for a lap.
Yeah, remember Keselowski had fallen back? Here he is up to 3rd. Fast race car he's got.
On the outside, creeping into the picture, red numbers on the roof, Jason Leffler, while up front, here's Keselowski. What did I just say? He was back to 10th or 11th in line?
Yeah, and I guess I was kind of stating the obvious since he won the pole, but it is a fast car that whenever he gets it headed in the right direction, it looks like it might take him on new tires a couple of laps to get the handling the way that he wants.
Tell you, you can see that car up on the top, right in front of Junior. Looks like it's the 11 car. No, that's a 38. I can't tell. You got to be able to see the numbers. They have the same sponsor, but Jason Leffler went way up the track.
Solid run for that 38 so far. He started back in 20th.
I'm telling you, he is right up on that wall, though.
And look at the wheels inside the fender wells, how up and down they're going and how rough the track is there.
Yeah, it's extremely rough. It's a fast way because you can keep a lot of momentum up there, and you're not abusing the tires as much by running that high line, but you've got to have some help.
Racing for 10th spot with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr.'s going to get through there. Steve Wallace racing for 11th up front, shaking out single file a little bit. Clint Boyer, the defending winner of this race, is out in front. It's been exciting so far.